from behind. Kerry to Kiwiti. Oldham have men over on that bottom side. They may not need it. Abrams almost through there, back to within a metre of the Halifax line. Kiwiti gets it over the top to Heslop. John Bentley left stranded out on his own on that bottom side. Kiwiti with a long pass, allowing Heslop to stroll in at the corner for Oldham's first try to halfway. Oldham to Gibson. Gibson a long pass out there to Green. Green to Abrams. Abrams cuts back inside. Topping gets it away to Kiwiti. Kiwiti to Groves. Bentley's chasing Groves. Can he bring him down? Looked like a double movement. And Alice immediately remonstrating with a referee.
Groves to Gibson, who gives it to Heslop. Heslop looks none the worse for his damaged jaw of last season. Solomona past Noble as though he isn't there. Groves is with him on the left. Oh, what a fine try from Tiny Solomona. And Bradford don't like it, especially Hobbs by the look of it. Solomona, fine break, got Groves on his left, used him as a slight foil. The Sandboy was on. Gibson to Stret. Stret takes well, but wisely keeps hold. Richards, he'd love to score tonight for Oldham, and he has. Oldham, less than 3 minutes into the second half. Fine play by Stret. Looked to have got Bradbury in. Referee declared him on his back. Stret to Richards. Back to Bradbury. The referee's wiped it as well. So 5 more after that one. Groves, Topping. Tries to fool them that he's going to give it to Payer. Fooled them so much that he wasn't, but I think Shane would have got in. Gibson and Pilder. Groves for the line. Back to Richards. And Richards is in again. Oldham come level. 12 minutes to play, and as Oldham come level at 18 apiece. And the kick to come. Kuwaiti back to Crompton. Irwin. And Irwin's in. Sorry, Abrams in. Time. Put the ball out left. Coming left, Crompton. To Kuwaiti. Kuwaiti. Well tackled by his opposite, by Craig Dean Clark. Crompton. Puts Irwin in a gap. Irwin. And Irwin's in. Looked for a moment as though Wayne Parker had got to him, but he couldn't hang on. Gibson from action half-back. Disappears under 4 Hull KR bodies. Solomona to Crompton. Crompton kicks. And Crompton gets the try. Sodgy misses it. And Crompton gets the try on his debut. At 18-14. And somehow Kuwaiti does well not to do a double movement really there. Groves surely is in. A heel against the head, I'm not sure how. Well, that was the important part of it. It's fresh legs for the last 10. That's 5th tackle. Crompton, aware of the situation, hoist high. Everybody's on. Mike Bibby spills it. Sean Irwin picks up. Comes inside. Suddenly he's okay again. and gets to within 10 metres. Good kick from Martin Crompton. Gibson attacks in half. Tries to go himself. Only makes a yard or two. Irwin definitely carrying a leg. But still going in. Oh, perhaps the limp was for effect. And that surely settles this match. With about 6 minutes to play, Oldham going to a 14-point lead. 28 points to 14. Sean Irwin scoring his second try in his debut. To Irwin, who'll go straight. Uprooted just in the 20-metre area. Referee says that's 5. Crompton, rubber kicks for himself. And the referee gives it. The Oldham crowd are happy. Lee Penny looks in disbelief. Crompton, rubber kicking back slightly to the outside from where he was. Crompton, passing blind to Lindner. Lindner, stopped with his nose on the line. Messed about in the play. Crompton, fine short pass to Gibson, and Gibson's in. Ball held up well by Crompton. Good running from Wally Gibson. Brings Oldham to 6-4 after 16 minutes. Solomona to launch the bulk of the crowd. Finally shakes Maguire off. Lindner coming through. Well worked try. Lindner scores his first for Oldham. Under the post, which should leave Oldham 3 points down with about 14 minutes to play. In Stret. Links well to Kerry. Kerry to Jones. And John Clark's in. Martin Stret, creativeness, not only making a break, but also making sure he was up there. Kerry to Sean Irwin, opposite one. Links well to Goodway. Goodway. And that's going to be a try for Irwin. Well, that'll make an interesting last minute or so. I don't see what the crowd are booing for. Everything looks okay for me, huh? Clark waits, attacks in half. Slight dummy to Toppin. Then back to Solomona. Solomona fights to get up. Quick balls right is what it wants. And McAllister's in. Fine transfer from Oldham, having struck Leeds well and truly in under the post. Stevens. That'll be play on. Steve Kerry. It's a good job that was to Keith Kerry, I think. A less intelligent player might have tried to pick it up. Kerry dribbles to the line. Inside. Stevens to Schofield. Schofield to Ayres. Now this will be interesting if Ranson doesn't get there. But he has! Ranson outrunning Fallon. Ball Toppin. Last tackle this. Steve Kerry. Chip through, well done by Kerry. Steve Kerry's in here for a brilliant try. A brilliant opportunist try there by Steve Kerry. Nothing on at all. Plenty of all defence. Chip. Acting half-back Stevenson out to Sherritt. Sherritt making good ground there. Excellent run by Sherritt there. Fully 20 yards with nothing on when he got the ball. Knocked over 2 or 3 men and made excellent ground there.
Chance for Oldham here just before half time. Steve Curry finds the gap. Over to Lindner. He's in there. Excellent try by Lindner. An opportunist try. All from nothing. Started with an excellent break by Ian Sherratt. Oldham looking a lot more promising than on some occasions in the first half. Good ball off Curry. Out to Lindner, who's gone wide. Good ball off Lindner, out to Irwin, down the right. Ball inside to Abraham, who's going to go under the sticks. What a try from the halfway line. Fabulous Oldham try. Fabulous Oldham try there. Should set the seal for an excellent win. Scott Ranson's gone through two men. He's under the sticks. To the delight of the Oldham fans behind the posts. He worked for that, went through two men, a third man on the other side of him, but didn't attempt him. Oldham will be bitterly disappointed with that defence. Good team performance from Oldham in this second half. Lindner, run around Curry, ball wide. McAllister comes up with the ball. Comes up with the ball once again. McAllister's going for the corner. 2 yards short. Gibson with nowhere to go. Ball's going to come this time, surely. Curry. Great pick-up by Solomona. Great pick-up by Solomona. The ball on his ankles, on his bootlaces. 12-15 yard break. And the pass out to Mike Cuiti was on hand.
Scrum wanders off the 10. Lindner picks up to Kerry. Topping. Gibson. Topping attacking half-back. We had about 27, 28 minutes play. Lindner says, let's go. And he gets there. Fine anticipation, fine talking to his teammates from Bob Lindner. Solomona lies face down on the ground. He's had a hard weekend. Fine tackle by Paul Toppin. Superb play by Toppin. Toppin. A clattering tackle. Recovered first, a touchdown under the post to bring Oldham within 3. Solid weight coming in from Green. Lindner looks to be the one they're going to launch. It is indeed. Lindner. And Oldham in at the corner. Ranson's in at the corner. About 4 minutes to play. Kerry, everybody's on side. Pearson waits. Drops it over the line, and that's a try. That's a try to Andy Goodway. Loy. Kerry. Goodway coming down the middle. Irwin. Links to Abraham. And Gibson's in. According to the noise from my right on the Featherstone statsman, there's 4 minutes of a half remaining. Clark waits, attacking half-back. Richards goes forward on one leg, but not quite far enough. Clark, and Clark's in. So Oldham come to 18:30 with a try after a lot of pressure, a lot of penalties from hooker John Clark. 12 apiece players, of course. Irwin. Super break from Irwin. Irwin, and Irwin's in at the corner. Fine play from Sean Irwin. Basically bumped one man off and just went.
No marker. Meadows left them on the floor and making yards there. 10, 15 yards. Oldham here with a chance for Curry. Little chip towards the sticks. And he's in there. I think it's Darren Abram. Jones on the run, centre field. Great run off David Jones. Can he go all the way? The high field cover. Excellent 50-yard run from David Jones, straight from the scrum. Alfie Goldborn making his first team debut. Curry with no support, he likes to take the play of the ball. Meadows, good ball out, great ball out to Martin Stret. Man Stret, always eagerly to support the play. Good to Paya. Change to Paya. Plays the ball. Ball's coming right, topping. Clark with the ball right again. Eslop drinks well, steps well, and Nigel Eslop. Great opportunity to try there from Nigel Eslop. So it's going to be Curry. Martin Strait here, always with the eye for the opening, but unable to beat his man in the mud. Ball's gone left with Kuwaiti. Kuwaiti tackled over there on the left hand. That's Curry. Meadows running in. It's an Oldham try there. Either Topping or Darren Abram. I just can't quite make that one out. Curry. Tapaya. Steve Curry's been in all the action. Little chip over. There's an Oldham player there. I think it was Mike Kuwaiti who won the race to the ball.
Puts him down only once, plays it to himself. And the Fire thinking well enough not to interfere. Stret. Good way waits to Kuwaiti. Kuwaiti puts Abram through a gap. Links to Kuwaiti. To Lindner. And Lindner's in. Fine play from Oldham. After about 8 minutes. Cowie. Crompton. Opens the gap beautifully. Links back to Charlie McAllister. And McAllister's in under the post. Fine play for Martin Crompton, who's left. Not sure he's injured on the floor or not. That sounds a bit low. Heslop will get an easy 10, 15. And we're nearly dragging for number 5. Topping. Get the feeling he loves physical contact. Tapaya to Kuwaiti. Darren Abram. Fine play by Oldham. On 25 minutes. Action fails. Crompton. Green to Gibson. Kick. Everybody's on. Abram and Ranson. And it's Ranson. Fine kick. Fine kick. Perfectly weighted. Charlie McAllister down the middle. Puts Green through a super gap. And Green's in for Oldham's third try of the half. Super pass, super timing of a pass from Charlie McAllister to his feet for a moment at least. Crompton puts Gibson through a gap. Gibson to Topping. Topping. Cross kicks. And Abram touches down. Would like a bit of room to play it in. Crompton to McAllister. McAllister. Moment holding the Lee full back down. Crompton to Coiti. Coiti. And that's Abrams. Hat-trick. Position set up by Charlie McAllister. When Crompton looked for Multi, he was putting Coiti in. Does well to fall on it, does to fire. Crompton. Ranson. Ranson on to Green. And Green's in for his second try of the match. Fine running twice in the set from Scott Ranson. Obstruction off the ball on the Oldham player. Oldham come again. Crompton. Coiti. And Coiti's in. Tapia doing well. We have the ball away to Coiti just inside the 20. Coiti. Gibson on the outside. And Abrams in for his fourth. Darren Abrams this afternoon doing what he was brought to do. Slow to come off. Ranson. That looked high to the crowd, obviously. Gary McDermott's in. 16-6, 10 minutes to play. Sherratt unwinds. Crompton lobs one over the top. Abraham to Jones. Jones is in. Crompton to Irwin, who scrambles to halfway. Nearly up. Crompton puts Toppin through a gap. Inside to Abraham, and this time Abraham's in. There's nothing going to stop Abraham going in. Fine pass to Paul Toppin. Toppin back inside to Abraham. And Oldham up to 14-8 after 25 minutes.
To check a little bit. Gibson with a kick, the high kick. And he gets it back, and he gets his pass on to McAllister. A real chance for Oldham, and he's going to go over in the corner. Superb try from David Jones. In many ways it was similar to the Salford try. This
Ian Sherratt. Good pass to Jones. Jones well tackled. Good way. Back to Crompton. And Gibson's in. Out. Gibson. Krauser forward, but Lidner. Oldham still trying to play football. There's all sorts of weird and wonderful things happening out there. And Lidner's in. Two and a half minutes over so far. McAllister. And Oldham going to win the second half. Or are they? Jones. Lidner drives in for his second one. Or something like that. Smith. And I reckon that's Crompton. Not the best of floodlights. Crompton hoists one, probably not quite far enough, but it could still be interesting into the mud. Still playing. Another Oldham try. Stevenson. A lob pass from Paddy Mitchell. Finds Nigel Heslop. He'll do well to stay in play. He'll do even better if he scores. But he doesn't. But Ranson does. Nigel Heslop. Defensive running. Sherratt. Looks for help and gets it from Gibson. Gibson. Ball. Gibson. Gibson. And he's in. Fine break. Centre field by Ian Sherratt. Ransom from acting half-back. To within 10. Oldham stood massed in the middle. Gibson, Crompton. Green. Sean Irwin. And Davy Jones is in. Fine pass from Sean Irwin. But Harrison closes it. Sherratt winds up close too. And with a certain standoff, wanted nothing to do with that. Fine pass to Ranson, and Ranson's in! Ian Sherratt. No him, getting a route, Lindner attacking half to Stevenson, to Bradbury, tracked by Davis. He goes past Gregory. Paddy Mitchell waits to Darren Abram. Abram straightens up, and Abram's in! Fine play from Darren Abram. Forwards never listen to anybody. Steve Kerry to Mitchell. Mitchell dummies one, and Mitchell's in! Mitchell after about 2 minutes. Put down twice at least. Kerry, dummy drop off to McDermott. Straight ball to Irwin, and Irwin's gone. The link's on to Scott Ranson. And Ranson goes in under the thumb. Queety picks up, feeds Kerry. Early ball to McAllister. Charlie blunders forward 20 metres. Queety attacks in half-back. Kerry. Mitchell out to Goodway, early ball to Heslop. Heslop with a try to stutter. Way in, way out, fine try to Nigel Heslop. Heslop showing all the class. We know he's got the slide. Plays it to himself. David Jones tried to put him in, but he's just short on fifth. From Jones as he puts Oldham back in front. Goodway, Terry comes round him. Queety, and Queety's in, surely, or is he? Fine pick up. And Nigel Heslop gets his second try of the match. Kerry to Lindner. Lindner dummies to Darren Abram. And Darren Abram's in. Darren Abram, who in the week said he was looking forward to playing here. Queety pulls one out of the air from Lindner. To Clark. Kerry. Glenn Lydiard, and Glenn's in. Glenn Lydiard marks his return to Oldham. Darren Abram. That's an air inability he has of finding the line. who runs into a wall on 5th. Lydiard kicks through, and that's a try for Scott Ranson. I believe I've just masked the shot with a nice new camera. Well, Oldham, on my reckoning, can be penalised for one too many backs at the moment. Lydiard. And that's a fine try for Sean Irwin. I think that might have been rehearsed once or twice. Lydner using his tremendous strength, takes himself to within 3 metres, and that's last tackle. Clark, Crompton, Gibson, back inside to Abraham, and Abraham's in. Fine change of direction from Gibson. The free stands over play the ball. Lydiard to Coiti, to Abraham. Wally Gibson straightens up to Bob Lydner. Sean Irwin. Irwin to David Jones. Jones comes infield, outfield, and scores. From the Oldham crowd. Martin Crompton. Well, that's an interesting ploy. Have Ian Sherritt on the dummy run. And try to Martin Crompton. Quick thinking from Crompton. Played it forward. And good job, it's Ian's head. Crompton. Good way has to wait. Back to Crompton. Accelerates. Links well to Abraham. Abraham checks where people are. Goes himself, and Abraham's in. Typical Darren Abraham try. His 13th of the season. He's to do a lot of tackling, and he's doing that. Crompton, Lydiard. Gap open for Gibson. Leeds managed to shut it in time. Last tackle coming up. Irwin. And he's in. Sheesh. My eyesight ain't good enough to see that, but both officials certainly brings Oldham to within 2 points. Crompton. Green. To Toppin. Toppin dummies. And Toppin's in. Well, the way Clark. Fine pass. And Lydner's in. Well, we're on for a fun last 3 or 4 minutes. Through, but only a bit of a way. Clark. Crompton. Puts Coiti through a gap. Coiti for the corner. And Coiti's in. Been playing about 2 minutes. Coiti to Irwin. Jones comes infield, kicks for the corner, and Crompton's in. Certainly looked offside to me, but referee Morris have no doubt waving play on. Coiti. Crompton tries a chip, takes. Kicks again. Darren Abraham. And that's a try. Scott Ranson's second try of the game. Fine play for Martin Crompton. Crompton. Rubber kicks through again. And that's a try. Well, I'm not sure which one of them he gives it to. I'm not sure. Wakefield do a good job at clamping the ball. That's better. Put my glasses on. And that's a try for Crompton. Half charge down. Glenn Lydiard's kick, half charge down, half blocked by a Wakefield player. Good pass to Lydner. To Tapia, Crompton. Wally Gibson. To Mike Coiti. Back to Lydyard, and Lydyard's in. Fine play from the Oldham backs and forwards, keeping the ball alive. And we ended up with what was in reality a 3 if not 4-man overlap on this left hand side. Brought that time. Gibson on the straight ball. Gibson still going. Gibson. Fine run from Wally Gibson. Crompton. And Kawiti's in. And he's not in, just in. He takes it a long way round. Ball dropped by Crompton. Possibly backward, possibly not. Kicked on. Sure, he goes down. Coming down the right hand side with Fuller. Fuller. And Tapia. Scott Ranson. Intelligent play from Tapia. Goodway to Kawiti. Isolated. Not quite. Crompton. To Clark, and Clark's in. Wakefield losing the ball nearly 20 metres in the Oldham half. Tapia taken by Daunt. Tapia a bit slow getting up. Crompton. Lydyard puts Wally Gibson magnificently through a gap, and he's in. Mike Kawiti running front cover for him. Coming in, who is it? McAllister goes through Gary Price. Darren Abraham. Darren Abraham's in front of him. Offside, but given. But made in 10 passes. Crompton. Lydyard. Scott Ranson. And Ranson's in. Sorry. Fine running from Lydyard. He's now played that look forward. Crompton picks up. Gets to within 10 metres. Gibson coming to join the line this way. Irwin dummies one. Well taken by Roebuck. Topping to Lindner. And Lindner's in. And that's just what didn't happen last week. From last week, a lot more of it than the last week. Ian Sherritt goes in. Taken by O'Connor. Short side. Bob Lindner's in. And that's virtually an identical move to what led to Wally Gibson's try last Sunday. Mike Topping attacked in half back to Crompton. Inside. Back to 6. And Lydyard's in. We don't need the 6. Lydyard's in at the corner. Martin Crompton attempting to get a difficult pass away. Obviously played by a Salford player. Glenn Lydyard's about 30 metres out. Picked the ball up. And while everybody was thinking what was happening, Lydyard waits at first man. To Crompton. Delays a pass to Lindner. Lindner to Darren Abraham. Abraham throws a speculative pass out Ranson's way. He fields speculatively inside to Crompton. And Crompton to Kawiti. And Lydyard's in again. Crompton, Kerry, back to Crompton. Fine pass on to Kawiti. To Darren Abraham, early ball to Scott Ranson. Comes inside, outside, and Ranson's in. Fine play from Oldham. Superb finishing from Scott Ranson. Puts Oldham back in front at 20 points to 18. Crompton, Clark, McDermott, a long spin pass out to Ranson. Ranson, inside, outside, and Ranson's in! Second superb try from Ranson off an incredible long spin pass from Barry McDermott. And that's that. Oldham go 26-23 up. 40 minutes up on my watch. Coiti hurdles. Links back to Clark. Chris Parr. Kerry. On well to Lydner. Lydner. Well, I can't believe he's got the speed, but he gives it Abram. And Abram's in. Fine play down below, started by Mike Coiti. Crompton. Bob Lydner. Wally Gibson through a gap and Gibson's in. Oldham. Away from action half. Meadows stands him away. Coiti. Fine pass to Abram. And another one, and Gibson's in for his second. Fine pass from Coiti to Abram. Crompton. And Crompton. On to Andy Goodway. To Glenn Lydiard. Lydiard pushes one off. Links to Gibson. And Gibson's in for a hat-trick. Fine break from action half by Martin Crompton. And Wally Gibson scores a hat-trick in before 10 minutes is up. 9 minutes. Certainly the biggest man of the lead team, puts him down. Crompton. Heslop on a drop-off. And Heslop's in. Fine fine running from the ex-Rugby Union. Angle from Sarsfield. Oldham tap. And Barry McDermott plunders his way out. Did well not to link there, but even better to link there. Abram to Ranson. Ranson to the outside. Well tackled. And from an Oldham point of view, even better he stays in play. Clark in the line. Abram. And what a Super Bowl. And Sean Irwin's in. Fine running from the centre. Moves right late. Lydiard. And Darren Abram. I think we've seen that one before. I believe that's the one that came from Parramatta. Seen Sean Irwin score on it. Stanley. Crompton again. Time Barry McDermott. Finally links to Lydiard. That one arm roll. Sean Irwin. John Clark the link to Lydner. Lydner doubles to the outside. And again Win Stanley's equal to the tackle. Crompton. And Crompton's in from action half-back. Oldham's 7th try of the match. Down in a lot of directions. Kerry at first man. Lydiard. To Bob Lydner. To Lydner. Lydner. And Lydner's in. The Aussie link. Station. Proving very strong. Lydiard. Puts Lydner through a gap superbly. Sean Irwin with him. And Irwin's in, and that makes it 10-0. Sean Irwin's characteristic dive just before the line and bounce over. Yet again, the Glenn Lydiard, Bob Lydner connection. Legs and the rest put him down. Martin to Rapati. Long pass. Beavers gets the ball away. And Heslop leads the charge. Tommy Martin. Yes! Fine running from Heslop. Referee Cummins not sure. Check with the touch judge. The touch judge said yes. Clark to Lydner. Lydner to halfway. Takes 3 men to stop him. Clark goes himself. Links well to Goodway. Goodway to Abram. And Abram's in! Less than a minute of the first half. And Oldham go 21-6 clear. Quick play of the ball, topping exploit. Fights his way into the 20. Lydiard, cross kicks for Nigel Heslop, and he's in! Good gauges of this turning into a rout. Heslop scores his second try off a superb cross kick from Glenn Lydiard.